Imagine where you want to be 10 years from now. Maybe you see a successful business, a fit body, or total financial freedom. Now ask yourself a radical question. Why can't you do all of that in the next 6 months? Most of us treat our dreams like distant stars, beautiful to look at, but impossible to reach anytime soon. We tell ourselves, someday, but someday is a liar. In the 10-year plan in 6 months, Alex Kayne argues that the only thing standing between you and your decade-long goals is the speed of your execution and the size of your thinking. This isn't just about working harder, it's about a total psychological shift. So hello, friends. Welcome to the Channel Growth Library, where we distill the world's most powerful ideas into actionable insights. And let's start. Chapter 1. The Trap of Later. The human brain is hardwired for instant gratification, which is why we struggle with long-term goals. Kayne opens by exposing the procrastination loop. We often put off hard work because the reward feels too far away. We say, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. The problem? By the time you get to the bridge, you're 10 years older and still in the same place. Lesson. The 10-year plan is often an excuse to be lazy today. If you give yourself a decade to achieve something, you will naturally move at a snail's pace. Audit your someday list. If a goal is truly important, why aren't you doing it now? Chapter 2. The Thiel Question. Compressing time. Time is a flexible resource. The more time you give yourself, the more you waste. The book leans heavily on the philosophy of billionaire Peter Thiel. The core concept here is time compression. If you have a goal to earn $1 million in 10 years, your brain looks for safe, slow paths. But if you try to do it in 6 months, your brain is forced to look for leverage, scale, and radical shortcuts. Story. Think of two students. One has a month to write a paper, the other has 24 hours. The one with a month will spend 29 days worrying and 1 day writing. The one with 24 hours goes straight to the core. Both finish the task. Lesson. High pressure creates high efficiency. Write down your 10-year goal. Now, list 3 things you would have to do to achieve it by the end of this year. Those extreme actions are usually the ones that actually move the needle. Chapter 3. Turning long-term goals into instant rewards. To survive a 6-month sprint, you must gamify your progress. One of the biggest hurdles to fast success is burnout. Kayne explains that to stay motivated, you have to trick your brain into feeling instant gratification from long-term actions. The strategy: break the 6-month sprint into weekly missions. Every time you finish a mission, reward yourself immediately. Lesson. You don't need willpower if you have a system of rewards. Create a victory log. Every night, write down one thing you did that moved you closer to your compressed goal. This provides the dopamine hit needed to keep going. Chapter 4. The Art of Radical Elimination. You cannot do 10 years of work in 6 months if you are still doing 10 years of busy work. This chapter is about the 80-20 rule on steroids. If you are going to compress time, you must cut out everything that isn't essential. This includes social obligations, low-level tasks, and even good opportunities that distract from the great ones. Lesson. Success isn't about what you add, it's about what you subtract. Identify the critical few. What are the 20% of activities that will produce 80% of your results? Focus 100% of your energy only on those. Chapter 5. Execution is the only currency. Planning is a form of procrastination. Action is the only thing that counts. Kayne emphasizes that people love the plan because it feels like progress without the risk of failure. But in a 6-month sprint, you don't have time for a perfect plan. You need an iterative process. Act, fail, fix, repeat. Lesson. Speed over perfection. A good plan executed today is better than a perfect plan executed in 3 years. Use the 24-hour rule. Whenever you have an idea that fits your goal, you must take the first physical step toward it within 24 hours. Chapter 6. Designing your new reality. You must become the person who has already achieved the goal. In the final chapter, Kayne talks about identity. To achieve a 10-year goal in 6 months, you can't be the same person you were yesterday. You have to change your environment, your circle of influence, and your daily habits immediately. The mindset. Don't work toward a goal. Work from the goal. Act like the person who has already succeeded. Lesson. Your environment dictates your speed. If you hang out with people on 40-year plans, you will never finish in 6 months. The book ends with a powerful reminder. The clock is ticking whether you act or not. The 10-year plan in 6 months isn't just a catchy title. It's a challenge to your comfort zone. It asks you to stop waiting for permission, stop waiting for the right time, and start operating at the speed of your dreams. Your 6-month countdown starts now. What are you going to do today? Friends, if this summary gave you the clarity and the push you needed, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more life-changing book summaries.